And us being here, I think, means that we are not just witnesses of history. We are active participants in the creation of history. We are active participants in the creation of new worlds. Worlds of joy, worlds of love, worlds of laughter, and most importantly, worlds of dignity. We are part of the forward march of our people. Sindio?
Yes.
But at the same time, there is those who try to slow down this forward march. Si tunawajua? Because there is always those reactionary elements within our ranks. Down. And today, we assure these anti-people forces that in the fullness of time, just like those who came before us were able to surmount certain challenges in society, that in the fullness of time, we will consign them to the filthiest dustbins of history.
Viva!
Now to our statement as Kongamano na Mapinduzi. African Congress was able to answer three important questions. It was held in 1945 in Manchester, England. And the first question it posed was, who are our friends? And the response of the Congress to that question was, our friends are the masses of our people. The second question that Congress posed was, who are our enemies? And the response that came from the Congress was that our enemies of capitalism and imperialism, and the people and groups of people who are behind it and who keep it active. And I think these are important questions that our generation has to answer. Who are the friends of our generation? Who are the enemies of our generation? Who are those that forward march into history? Who are those that are slowing us? And lastly, that conference asked a third question: what must be done at this particular moment in history? And they said, organize the people in their mass-based dimensions. Kwa hivyo sisi lazima tuendelee kuorganize in our mass-based dimensions. Na ndio maana sisi kama Kongamano la Mapinduzi tutaendelea kujipanga na tutaendelea to struggle for a better society. We are today commemorating the 62nd African Liberation Day under the theme Revolutionary Pan-African Unity, the battle for socialism against capitalism and imperialism. But this year's commemoration comes at a time of great pain, at a time of untold war, a time of genocide, a time of mass suffering across the globe. And so I think we have to ask ourselves, what does this African Liberation Day mean to us? But by extension, what does it mean to African people? I was reading this article by Comrade Kinuthia Ndungu, and he posed, I think it came out today, he posed a pertinent question. What does African liberation mean to the poverty-stricken miner in Marikana in South Africa as he drags himself out of a mining pit? What does it mean to the street vendor in Cairo? What does it mean to farmers in DRC? What does it mean to sugarcane farmers in Mauritius or in Kisumu, where I come from? What does African liberation mean to the people of Western Sahara while they are still under Moroccan occupation? What does it mean to the people of Sudan? What does it mean to the people of Somalia, those who are longing to rebuild their nation? And so I think we also have to interpret it and understand it within the context that fits the reality of African people. Back to the statement.
No.
Viva Africa, viva!
Viva!
Viva Africa, viva!
Viva!
I'll now read very fast, I'm told I'm out of time. And so, comrades, capitalism is killing our planet. In addition to fueling colonial patterns of economics and extraction, it has also immensely contributed to changing weather patterns and rendered whole farmlands unproductive. Forces that are both internal and external to Africa have ganged up to manufacture war in Sudan, to manufacture war in Congo, and countless places across the continent. The whole world is watching as a genocide unfolds right before our eyes in Palestine. think it's the first televised genocide. In Kenya, turudi nyumbani, our health system is in shambles. Our education system is a mess. We're even now told that kids might not be able, high school students might not be able to sit secondary school exams because the money allocated to it somehow, someone has done economic abracadabra, commonly referred to as theft. Our seeds have been commodified, comrades. Wanaenda hadi na mbegu, and the levels of inequality continue to grow wider every day. Our young people, comrades, our young people were martyred in the streets of Nairobi in June of 2025 for simply asking for dignity. Na tunajua Comrade Vitali najua anaelewa Kiswahili kutuliko, anasema vita haina hodi. Vita haina hodi. Sisi kwenda kudemand for dignity, kwenda kudemand tukuwe na lower taxes, tulikutwa na mangumi, mateke, risasi na kifo. Society cannot be like that. We have to work towards creating a better society. Na vijana walipokuwa wanasema Ruto must go, they are not just talking about Ruto the individual. They are also talking about the institutions that hold his regime in power, the system on which it is anchored. And so tukifikiria ku create new society, Ruto nayo lazima aende. Lakini aendi peke yake, anaenda na hizo institutions so that we can create a new society. And so as we remember, sometimes we say we stand on the shoulders of those who came before us. But in this particular case, it's very sad that we stand both on the shoulders of those who came before us and also on the graves of those who were martyred and those who have been martyred across generations for us to get here. Comrade, I'm finishing. As I wrap up, I wish to state that today, like all days, is a day to affirm great figures like Dedan Kimathi. It is a day to affirm great figures like Thomas Sankara. It is a day to affirm figures like Joe Slovo, John Garang Di Mabior, Kinjeketile Wangwale, Sheikh Anta Diop, Queen Zinga, and the countless heroes who've enabled us to get to this particular moment in history, though much remains to be done. I think these people are both seeds and determinants of history. They remain an eternal inspiration to millions across the continent and our dispersed diaspora. I conclude. On this 62nd African Liberation Day, we at Kongamano na Mapinduzi reiterate our position in support of the liberatory ideals and principles that guided that first generation of Pan-Africanists. We affirm that even as we understand our context, we affirm this, and we understand that our context today demands a newness in analysis.